Listen, guys, y'all already know how I feel about these ladies. I don't even have to do an introduction or anything like this. Whoever put this show together, outnumbered, are brilliant. They are. Now we get a treat. Every single day we get a treat on the LFR Family channel. We're going to get a treat because I plan on doing a video to Outnumbered, and it might be for all the wrong reasons. I'm going to admit that right now. It might be for wrong reasons. But we get to learn something from it. You see how that go? You know what I mean? You ever seen them videos where they put like a piece of chicken or a rib up against a baby, up to a baby's face, and then the baby say, and then they feed them the little baby food right when they open their mouth. Hey, this what's happening, man. We getting what we need. And sometimes you got to do a little bit of this right here in order to get it.
Florida's governor is saying thanks, but no thanks to an invitation to join the host of The View. DeSantis turned down an offer to appear on the daytime talk show with his team, tweeting out this scathing response that reads in part, "Thanks for the invite. I understand you are sending this request on behalf of your team, but are the hosts of The View really interested in hearing from Governor DeSantis about all of the important work he is doing on behalf of Floridians? Which of the below statements from the host of The View do you recommend our team consider when deciding if the interview will be a genuine pursuit of truth or worth the time?" DeSantis' team goes on to lay out many of the personal attacks the liberal host launched against the governor. Here are just a few.
You're just short of calling him a negligent, homicidal sociopath, because that's what he is. He's risking the lives of children, children's parents, their grandparents, anyone they may come in contact with, so that he could appeal to his white supremacist base.
DeSantis, I think he handled COVID miserably. I think he's a fascist and a bigot. It's anti-black, it's anti-gay, it's anti-LGBTQ+.
Wow.
It's anti-American. And it started with CRT. So if you start coming after black people, what comes next, right? Of course, the LGBTQ+ community, and then women, and then other marginalized groups.
What? Okay, all right, I'm just listening now. I'm gonna talk later. I'm just listening. This is ridiculous, man. And shout out to the panel. The panel does not look nearly as, you know what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not comparing the panels. It's not about who's...
I mean, Harris, what an invitation. And the email said we would be honored to have him.
Yeah, I hadn't actually seen all of that. Look, as journalist Shannon, we go back and forth with people all the time. And you can have some spirited, fiery moments, whatever, always with respect, hopefully. But what that was something different. I mean, to connect someone with what they are without ever having talked with that individual just seems bizarre to me. It seems thirsty for relevance. And I don't know who they think they are sitting from that perch. Sunny Hostin, by the way, when I was on the show with a book a couple of years ago.
I'm sorry, guys. I just need to... Okay, I'm just stopping because I love the way that this looks right here. All the different colors and everything. It's immaculate. I love it, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Cuz even got on a nice blue suit. You know what? So it not seem one-sided, you know what I mean? I'm just letting y'all know that Cuz do have on a nice blue suit.
About my dad, who served, there were pictures, giant pictures of my biracial children behind, and she actually looked at me and asked, who do I represent? Who do I speak to? Black people? And I mean, Whoopi looked at me and I was like, well, I speak to everybody.
Yeah.
I broadcast to everybody. And my family is ecumenical and biracial.
Why even have to explain it? You should not have to explain anything like that. That right there might have gotten Whoopi slapped in the mouth. Like, seriously, what? Who do I speak to? Who do you speak to? I mean, honestly, to ask someone that lets me know that you are only for a certain group. You do realize that so many people are here and so many people tune into your broadcast. You are responsible for whatever comes out of your mouth. No matter what group is listening to you, you only speaking for marginalized groups, so to speak. You're marginalizing groups. I mean, you're being like extremely disrespectful to so many people.
So I get that they want that relevance, but wow, that is a far step to make to try to get it. So I understand why he's not going.
I do too. And Joe, that email response from his press team was just brilliant. You know, back in my press shop, we had this theme, offense only is what I told my team. You know, if you're a straight shooter as a reporter, we are going to engage with you in that manner. Steve Holland, Reuters, great example. But if you're someone, I could have spent my whole tenure being engaged with sensational palace intrigue New York Times pieces that were already pre-written, but we didn't do that. We went on offense. Yeah. This press team of Governor DeSantis, boy, do they know how to do that. They don't take the bait.
They're excellent, and that's why in a national campaign, I think they'll do quite well. They're not going to be overwhelmed by the press. No conservative or Republican should go on this show.
You heard what he said, national campaign. They are preparing this brother. I think, just now checked out a video where Trump said that when the Republican name is thrown into the ring, he believed that a Republican will win in 2024. DeSantis might be that name.
Ever again, because this is not the Barbara Walters show that was envisioned 25 years ago, right? Where you could have good conversation. And I'm all for strong opinion and provocative debate. But as you said, Harris, this is a whole bowl of wrong different, right? Because it's reckless personal attacks, not based in reality whatsoever. And then it's funny because they have the conservative on the show was Meghan McCain fairly recently. Used to be on this show, actually. And Meghan offered some good counterpoints, but then finally she had to leave probably for her own sanity. And now you see Ana Navarro on there, who's the conservative, who only voted for Joe Biden and Andrew Gillum, who ran against DeSantis. They could say all the things they want to about DeSantis being somebody who wants to murder children. He's going to win his re-election in Florida by a landslide. The people in Florida feel a lot differently than the elitists there on The View who live in their little bubble and have their seals in the audience clapping along to everything that they have.
Well said. Well said. And Emily, a lot of what they said about the governor of Florida.
He said they got seals in the audience that just clapped to anything they said. He said Ana Navarro. Was that the lady dressed in black, the Latina? Was that her? Y'all saying that she's a Republican? Man, please. You know, daggone, for real? What do you call those type of Republicans? I just call myself Republican. For everything I say and how I represent myself. Maybe. I don't know. Republicans aren't a monolith, but she seems pretty ridiculous.
He's doing a great job. Low unemployment, amazing economy. Bothered me, but the one that bothered me most was Joy Behar. She said he has a white supremacist base. Why attack half the country in this manner? Good, hardworking people who support the governor, who happens to be very popular and is going to sail to re-election.
Well, why should we be surprised that they do? I mean, we've been seeing that for years now. Remember, at a height in the 2016 campaign, by those same media personalities that made fun of people's accents. They made fun of where people eat, right? If they eat at fast food, if they work hard, if they're blue-collar jobs, they thrive. Their currency is mocking real, ordinary Americans, real people like us here on the couch. That is their currency. That is what makes them feel better about themselves. And I think what's interesting is after those ad hominem attacks, were there comments of, we have asked Governor DeSantis' office for a comment, we haven't heard back? Did they follow up any of their really robust analysis?
Look, I tried to get away with it. I mean, I tried to not stop the video and acknowledge her beauty. She's beautiful. Okay. All right, let's move forward. I mean, what she's saying is true. The ignorance, the vitriol, just putting everyone into one little basket, and just how do you expect to gain favor from people after, or gain the ears of people after? Degrade them. The answer to that is you don't want to gain favor from them. You want to start some beef. You want to anger them. You want to piss them off. You don't care for these people. So you're going to say whatever you want to say because you can care less if you ever have those eyes and ears tuned into your show. As a matter of fact, you want to run away as many people as possible who don't think like you. That's some playground type of sugar honey iced tea. That's some 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade type of stuff. These women are grown as hell. I'm not going to say old. They are grown as hell and acting like this. It's
journalists. So
comments.
They're not going to say something.
Exactly.
I think one of them is. I don't know how old that picture is, because I know they have
and
some
just to
new
complete my
members now.
statement, yeah, exactly. I think what's interesting too is the response to the governor on social media. Not that we care about that, but calling him a crybaby and saying, "Oh, you can't take a little heat from the ladies of the View." This is a governor. This is a governor.
Wow.
And as his office said, he is busy serving the people of Florida. It's not about him being unable to take a challenge. It's about him not wasting his time.
Yes.
By the way, just to your point, are they journalists? ABC News has the View under its division. They moved the View from entertainment to the news division in 2014. Time to move it back, I think.
Remember when it started, there were journalists on there.
They're not journalists.
Right? I mean, Barbara Walters, obviously, right?
Yeah,
okay, so I don't know what they've migrated to now, but you spoke of Meghan McCain, a friend of mine, and
I'm glad he pointed that out, that they're not journalists anymore. They're not in news. They're in entertainment, because they have absolutely no journalistic integrity at all. Did I say that right? If I didn't, charge that to my mind, not my heart.
someone who I'm really proud to say hung in there for as long as she could.
Absolutely.
She really did, and brought class to the set. And I just, I send her all love and light, and I hope she's in a happy place, because she raised their game.
Yeah.
I don't know where their game is now, but they're punching down.
I have a feeling she's in a happy place, right?
The governor of Florida, I mean, he took the high road, in my view. Although he did publish this email, I thought it was rather brilliant play.
His team did.
His team did.
Listen, you guys know when we try to book Democrats, especially high-profile Democrats on a lot of our shows, we get crickets chirping a lot of time. I can't even get a no out of some people. So credit to the team that even though, you know, it was maybe a little snarky, it was.
Wearing that yellow, lady. You are wearing that yellow. Yes, you are, girl. And shout out to Kayleigh McEnany for completing the circle. She always does that. Like, she makes sure she's extremely cognizant of order. She's extremely cognizant of order. That's what you are supposed to do on a show where you're giving news and you want everybody to have their point of view put out there. She made sure that the young lady in the yellow get her say.
Was very creative, and they at least responded, so at least give them that. Also, the View knows if they book DeSantis and he comes on, that's probably going to be a very interesting, high-rated show for them, because people are going to want to see this clash, and he doesn't want to give them that. It's a show where we've all had friends who have served on the panels there, and they will tell you it is excruciating to be there as a conservative. I had one friend tell me that at one point, when they would have pre-show discussions about topics, if she was really coming with the heat and had some good stuff for her conservative, viewpoint, they would actually kill the topic from the show.
Wow.
So that's one person's account of her time serving on the panel there. But listen, if you don't want to hear different viewpoints, maybe it's not called The View.
And I look at, what you do on Sundays and your program at late at night. It is Fox at Night. And I look at that. And we had Senator Manchin on. We've had van.hall on my show. I mean, you look at having those big Democrat voices, and you hope to hear at the end they say we'll come back, because you want to treat it with respect.
Absolutely.
But that debate's got to be real.
Well played, Governor DeSantis and press team.
Hey,
yeah. All right. So it shouldn't be called The View. It should be called The Leftist View, and that's it. Nobody else's view but the left. That's what it should be called, because it's not fair, and you're doing your people a disservice. Anybody who tuned into you, you're doing a disservice. But I get it. I say this all the time. It's about algorithm. It's about making money at the end of the day. You have an audience that eat it up. Come on, bring DeSantis on just so we can attack him. That's not fun of this man. This man said, I don't need y'all. You know how that hurts you? Because now y'all got to speak from the sidelines. You can't even talk to the original. You can't talk to the possibly the next president of the United States of America, because of how one-sided you are. Oh, he won't come sit in the hot seat. It's his fault. He weak. Nah, he's smart. I wouldn't have come on the show either if I was him. I would come on the show now. You know what I mean? Because I'm still I'm right there in the middle like a scope. I'm lining it up like them targets. Boom, boom, boom. I'm right there in the middle, man. I'm right there in the middle. All right, but I ain't got time for the BS either. Difference between me and DeSantis, I ain't running for office. So I would give people their issue, Slim. But anyway, I want to hear what y'all got to say about this in the comments below. And if you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, I'm Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Y'all have been amazing per usual. Thank you so much for participating in the comments and following me on other social media platforms, okay? Whew. I gotta start breathing while doing that. Love y'all.